This is an introduction to TWED, a smartphone app that lets you chat with end-to-end encryption. So, surveillance has been in the news a lot over the last few years, and if you've been keeping up with the news, you may have thought yourself, maybe I should start using encryption, and you may have avoided so thinking that encryption is difficult or highly technical. We're here to tell you, it's not. If you own a smartphone, you can start using encryption right away, and you can do so by starting to use TWED. TWED won't protect you in all situations, but it's definitely an improvement on using SMS or chats, and once you've started you can take steps to improve your situation further. This video is about what TWED is, how it uses something called end-to-end encryption, and how it can be used with messaging apps to bring out the best in them. The main attraction of TWED is that it uses a specific type of encryption called end-to-end encryption. End-to-end encryption aims to protect your communication not only from malicious hackers or spying government, but also from service providers like your ISP or your chat service. Basically, end-to-end means that the communication is encrypted from one end to the other end and no one in between has access. When you send a message, it first has to go into and pass through the cloud, and here the cloud means the computers or the servers of the service provider you're using, and then it is forwarded and it leaves the cloud down to your contact. With TWED, when you send a message, it is encrypted on your device. It passes through the cloud completely encrypted, and it is and only can be decrypted on the device it is sent to, using the key generated by the user in the encrypting end. Many chatting apps use client-server encryption, which means that the message is encrypted on your device, and then it is decrypted in the cloud, and then it is encrypted again as it leaves the cloud and then decrypted again when it arrives at your contacts list, and it is worse than that because the message doesn't just pass through the cloud. Normally a log of every message you ever send stays forever. So as you can see, if your chatting app uses client-server encryption, whoever is in charge of cloud service can read your messages, and not only that, but a hacker or an intelligence agency could hack the cloud and then they'd have your messages. Or a government agency could use the law to cover the service provider to hand over all of your messages, and you probably don't want that. But if you use TWED, none of that can happen, because even though the messages pass through the cloud, it cannot be read, and so all anyone sees is unreadable cipher code. When Edward Snowden revealed the reality of mass surveillance in 20,133, public demand for strong encryption began to put pressure on major internet companies, and they began to respond. However, still apps like WhatsApp, Allo, Facebook Messenger are not fully safe. All of them are owned by companies who have commercial incentives to capitalize on your private information. Facebook Messenger and Allo don't even have encryption turned on by default, and all three reserve the right to gather information about you. So if you care about your privacy, you should use TWED along with your messaging apps.